Good evening, Auburn. Tonight, TV host Jerry Springer has passed away at the age of 79. CLA Day happening here on campus, and we find out what national day it is.
Shortly after that, we're going to be discussing Tucker Carlson's termination from Fox and exposed hackers within our communities.
Don't go anywhere. We say farewell to our viewers because this is our last show of the semester.
All of that and more coming up. Good evening, everyone. I'm your anchor, John Carter.
And I'm Joe Champagne.
I'm Mackenzie Parson.
And I'm Kensley Davis.
And you're watching Eagle Eye TV News at 6. So you're probably wondering why we're all here together, but it's because our producer thought that since it's our last show of the semester, why not have fun, right?
Right. Now, if you see us doing silly things throughout the show, just know that is our producer in our headset piece telling us exactly what to do.
That's right, and that's not the hardest part. We also have to do all this while still reading you the news. Now, if you tuned into our sports night at Auburn, you might have seen something similar when Marty and McGee crashed the Eagle Eye TV set. Let's take a look.
All right, speaking of young people, Marty and I had a chance to head over to Eagle Eye TV. In fact, I see them all standing back here behind the cameras right now, and we got back to our roots. Marty was on the set anchoring, and they even let me go back into the control room and try to produce.
It was a sugar show. Marty and McGee are here at Eagle Eye TV on the campus at Auburn University in the shadow of Jordan-Hare Stadium.
I'm excited because you are going to go into the studio and do what you do, which is be on TV, and I'm going to do what I used to do. I used to be a producer. Yeah, that's a wrap, boys. So whatever I say, you're going to do it.
Pray for me.
Yeah. Can Marty hear me?
I can.
3, 2, everybody go.
And welcome back to Sports Night in Auburn. Auburn volleyball stays perfect after a sweep this weekend at the UAB tournament. The Tigers' 17 blocks against Troy matched the program record for blocks and set the record for most blocks in a 4-game match.
You get blocked on social media.
But I get blocked on social media all the time, so I'm used to getting blocked.
Auburn football spent the week stoking the flames of the rumor that the team would break tradition and wear orange jerseys for the Penn State game.
How about just put War Damn Eagle right across the back shoulders?
Well, the best thing I think that they should do, they just put War Damn Eagle right
across the back.
Absolutely.
Hey, Jakai, did your granddad play here?
Jakai, I couldn't help but notice your last name. Did your grandfather, Takio, play here?
Oh, don't say grandfather. He's bigger than you.
He's not your grandfather? Vince, do you think that Takio might come to my house and just stomp me?
He might tackle. He definitely tackled.
Takio's a wonderful, wonderful person, and his neck is bigger than my waist. With a sold-out crowd expected at Jordan-Hare this weekend, it's a good reminder that Auburn University supplies free shuttles. Routes will run from Duck Samford Park.
Didn't you just jump in a duck pond?
I did just jump in a duck pond. Game day on the Plains looks a little different this week with the national media coming to town to cover Auburn's big game against Penn State.
This is going to be the best part.
As a reminder to all students and fans, SEC Nation is in town. It all gets started at 8 with the Ryan McGee Show. Yeah. Y'all know who Ryan McGee is?
Do you know who Ryan McGee is?
I don't.
How cool was that? Yeah. Before we start, we'd like to wish you a very happy birthday, Joe.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Well, I'm not the only one celebrating. A huge congratulations to Auburn for taking home the first place trophy at the annual SEC Food Fight.
Yes, the Auburn Tigers are not new to this because this is their 3rd year in a row winning. How impressive. Although, is it a real food fight?
Well, not quite, Kensley. The SEC Food Fight is a competition of university food pantries collecting donations from students and community members to advocate for food insecurity.
Such an important cause. Some wouldn't know that food insecurity is prevalent on Auburn's campus. There were also some other notable schools as competitors, like Texas A&M University, our rivals, the University of Alabama, and lastly, the University of Georgia.
Thanks to a help of a student-led organization named Beat Bama Food Drive and the Auburn family, they raised more than $70,000 from more than 900 donors.
Congratulations to them. On to other news. CLA Day is helping students experience life outside of college. The College of Liberal Arts event included a speech by the Dean Jason Hicks at the Tiger Walk Club. He introduced AU students to the culture of creativity and innovation in the CLA major. Well, it looks like CLA has a lot to look forward to.
Now, if you're a fan of the Jewel Collins Smith Museum, and I know I certainly am, you may want to go visit before they close on May the 7th to prepare for the facility's summer show of Monuments and Myth.
That sounds interesting. The museum is hosting Night at the Museum, a free blowout bash featuring food and drink, music, art making, and a special guest appearance from sculptor-artist Masomi Yasunaga.
Now, this is supposed to be a really fun party. It'll have free drinks and free food for you while you casually stroll through the galleries. Guests are encouraged to register online beforehand. So are any of you guys in the museums? I know I said I was. I've been there.
Well, John, I have to ask, do aquariums count?
I mean, do you think they count?
I don't really know if they would count.
It's close enough.
I'd say it's close enough. It's close enough.
Yeah.
Well, going on from that, the summer is a great time to start pondering on about what to be involved in on campus. Now, who better than our very own involvement ambassador, Lydia Wieditz, to update you on events such as the UPC and so much more. Over to you, Lydia. Well, UPC may not be the best organization to join. I'll go back on that. EETV may be the best organization to join. Now,
I second that.
practical experience, a lot of different people, can't beat that.
For Eagle Guys, my name is Lydia Wieditz, and I'm here with your involvement update. UPC has lots of fun events planned this week. On Wednesday, April 26th, they are hosting Night at the Museum at the Jewel Collins Smith Museum. From 6 to 8 p.m., join them to celebrate the end of the academic year with the community. Also, on Thursday, April 27th, UPC is showing Puss in Boots: The Last Wish in Jordan Hare Stadium. Gate 1 opens at 7 p.m., and the movie starts at 7:30 p.m. Make sure you grab your friends and head to Jordan Hare. BSU is hosting a finals study night on Wednesday, April 26th from 5 to 7 p.m. in the Melton Student Center. Join their academic success committee and study for your final exams. ISO is hosting their social hour every Friday at 4 p.m. in the Melton Student Center 3rd floor lobby. Be sure to check it out, meet some friends, and enjoy some delicious food. My last update for today is to be sure to check out organization days on Haley Concourse every Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. to stay up to date on ways that you can get involved throughout the semester. And just as a reminder, AU Involve has information about everything going on around campus, so I encourage y'all to check that out for more involvement opportunities. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to an involvement ambassador at involve@auburn.edu. Thanks, guys, and War Eagle.
Well, guys, can y'all believe that this is our last show of the semester?
Not at all. I mean,
I can. I'm tired of you guys. No.
time truly goes by fast.
I'll let you start. it off,
Do you guys
Mackenzie.
remember the time when Kensley said that the
Wait, is it the last show?
Yes.
It is the
Yeah, it's the
last
last show. Yeah. You guys remember when Kensley said that cats were HIV negative?
I have one better. Mackenzie, do you remember that time the teleprompter just shut off? I think that was Joe's fault.
Whoa. Hold on. Let's settle down, ladies. Let's settle down. Well, coming up, a weather update by our very own Mackenzie Parson, a U.S. Air Force Chief of Staff General Brown Jr. visits Auburn campus, and so much more Auburn news. You're watching Eagle Eye TV at 6, Auburn's news leader.
Welcome back to Eagle Eye at 6. I'm back with your weather update for the week. Today, we saw temperatures up in the mid-70s, and unfortunately, we also saw rain. Tomorrow, temperatures will be up into the 80s with no chance of rain and only a few possible clouds. So, be prepared for some warmth on your way to the last day of classes. Saturday will be just as warm, and Sunday will cool down slightly into the lower 70s with another chance of rain. Next week, we see temperatures going down into the low 50s and even down into the 40s in the mornings, but we have highs of low 70s. That's your weather update for the week. I'm Mackenzie Parson with Eagle Eye News at 6, Auburn's news leader. Auburn University's School of Aviation students are gaining insight on how to thrive in the industry. General C.Q. Brown, Junior Chief of Staff of the U.S. Air Force, visited Auburn University's School of Aviation to inspire the next change makers in aviation by advising them on sound leadership. Chief of Staff Brown leads the organization and training of more than 500,000 active duty airmen at home and abroad.
Congratulations to 4 Auburn University students who have won the National Science Foundation Graduate Research Fellowships to graduate in the fall.
The purpose of this fellowship program is to help ensure vitality and diversity of the scientific and engineering workforce in the United States.
The NSF recognizes students' potential for significant achievements in science and engineering research, and these awards are a perfect fit for the work being done at Auburn University.
The students who won credited their experience from the undergraduate classes and research they took here on campus. If you're interested in the story, contact Communications Director Preston Sparks at 334-844-9999. Or just contact John, because isn't he good at science, y'all?
Yeah, apparently.
I'm good enough.
Really good at science.
Recently, it was reported that a large-scale cyber attack targeted a water community with the goal to disrupt services to thousands of hardworking customers. At a recent event named the Tracer Fire Educational Program, students from 9 different universities tried to find out who was behind the attack and what was its purpose. So I open the floor to you all. Do you feel like cyber attacks are a prominent issue in society today?
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
I just make sure to make friends with people in computer science.
There you have it.
Keep me safe.
Yeah, one time my Instagram got hacked, y'all, and this person was like posting like random pictures trying to say that like I was gonna like sell stuff, and it was really creepy.
Did you get it under control?
Yes, I finally got my account back, but it was weird. I've been hacked many times.
Crazy.
Too crazy.
And on of our last show being today, earlier this week we did the Paper Plate Awards. Now the Paper Plate Awards is the annual awards ceremony hosted by the Eagle Eye staff. Our producer Jakai Spikes made us each an award that fits us perfectly.
Kensley, what did you get?
Well, my Paper Plate Award said quickest learner and as well as most improved. How about you?
Mine was future producer. What about you?
Mine was most likely to succeed in this industry.
Mine was Jack of all trades.
Jack of all
He
trades.
is. He does everything.
Mine is good at science.
Don't forget packages.
Don't forget packages.
Is so
He
good at
knows-
Yes, he works behind the camera. He's never messed up the teleprompter.
He knows how to color coordinate with the rest of the staff.
John,
Sometimes.
you truly are.
Truly are Jack of all trades. Kensley also knows how to keep going with the teleprompter stop when I mess it up.
Yes, don't leave that part out. When we come back, TV host Jerry Springer, dead at 79. More on Tucker Carlson's termination and a sports update from Jenny Jordan and Faith Richardson that you do not want to miss. You're watching Eagle Eye TV at 6.
Welcome back to Eagle Eye News at 6. I'm Jenny Jordan.
And I'm Faith Richardson, here to update you on all things Auburn athletics.
It's draft day in Kansas City. The first round of the 2023 NFL Draft starts in less than an hour, and I couldn't be more excited. Despite Auburn's disappointing football season, the Tigers will be represented by several NFL hopefuls. Big Auburn names like running back Tank Bigsby and linebackers Derek Hall and Owen Papo and defensive end Colby Wooden are looking to hear their names called within the next 3 days. I'm so excited to see where these Auburn alums could end up.
Yesterday, it was announced that Frank Thomas, an Auburn All-American and National Baseball Hall of Famer, will represent Auburn as a member of the 2023 class of the SEC Baseball Legends. The former Chicago White Sox first baseman had a statue unveiled earlier this month to honor his achievements. This Legends class will be recognized at the 2023 SEC Baseball Tournament, which will take place from May 23rd through May 28th. Thomas still stands as the first and only SEC baseball player in the Hall of Fame. Congratulations to Frank Thomas.
Hey Faith, can you do a baseball swing for me?
I mean, I can try. I played softball a couple of years ago, but I'm a little bit better at golf.
That was pretty good. That was good.
I try my best.
Auburn baseball hosted Mississippi State last weekend at Planton Park for a 3-game series. The Tigers won the first game against the Bulldogs 2-1, but fell in the second game 10-11 on Saturday. Auburn came back and clinched the series with a 12-11 walk-off win on Sunday night. However, this momentum did not continue as the Tigers dropped a midweek matchup this past Tuesday to Troy, losing 7-8. Butch Thompson and the Tigers will be on the road tomorrow to Columbia, South Carolina to attempt to upset the number 2 ranked Gamecocks. This 3-game series will start at 6 p.m. tomorrow and will be on SEC Network Plus.
There's been constant buzz surrounding what Auburn's basketball roster will look like next year. Between graduation, the transfer portal, and the NBA draft, the future of Bruce Pearl's Tigers seem to be changing every day. Let's recap where we're at right now.
Let's do it.
Auburn has lost some members of the team to the transfer portal. This month, we've seen transfer announcements from Johan Chero to UC Santa Barbara, Chance Westry to Syracuse, and Lior Bierman to Samford. Babatunde Akinyebuvola is still searching in the transfer portal.
Are you having trouble with those names or your words?
Yeah, a little bit. The dyslexia hits a little bit different sometimes.
Janai Broom and Jalen Williams have declared for the draft while maintaining their college eligibility, while Wendell Green has decided to pursue his professional career. Faith, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on Green's decision.
Honestly, without him next year, it's going to be a little bit tough, but I could see how he'd also, need to be here just for another year, but good luck to him.
We wish him the best. Alan Flanagan's status at Auburn remains up in the air. This comes after his dad, Wes Flanagan, who was a consistent member of Bruce Pearl's coaching staff, announced his departure for Ole Miss earlier this month. Pearl told the press earlier this week, quote, "Hopefully Al will graduate, and after his graduation, we'll weigh all his options." To fill Wes Flanagan's place, Pearl named Corey Williams from Texas Tech as Auburn's newest assistant coach.
In regards to new additions, Coach Pearl picked up 2 Alabama natives in the portal, Denver Jones and Chaney Johnson. Jones is a junior guard from Florida International University, and Chaney is a junior guard from Alabama University, Huntsville. Coach Pearl hasn't stopped his grind in the portal just yet. Earlier this week, Matthew Cleveland, a transfer guard from Florida State, was on a campus tour earlier this week. Fun fact, Jenny, I went to school with him.
You should stay in contact with him. That's good networking.
Yeah, it really is. The Auburn football team is also undergoing changes. All eyes have been on Hugh Freeze ever since he stepped foot on the Plains. Coach Freeze received high praises following his first transfer portal window at Auburn, where he signed 12 transfers. With the spring transfer portal open, the Auburn family has been eagerly waiting to see what he would do. Earlier this year, Coach Freeze spoke about relying heavily on the transfer portal in his first year. However, the spring portal window has shown to be overwhelming.
This year's transfer portal window looks a little bit different than previous years. The spring portal opened on April 15th and will close this Sunday, April 30th, which leaves the Tigers running out of time. Coach Freeze told the press on Tuesday, quote, "We really weren't sure what to expect. And I do think it's been quite a bit slower. I'm not sure it's a bad thing. It's kind of been a bit slower than we anticipated." He continued, "I think it's well documented that we're always trying to improve our roster, so we're constantly monitoring it."
Those in favor of the window change say it enables student athletes to have a better opportunity to look at other programs and their status at their current school before summer classes and athletic activities activities start. One challenge that coaches are facing with the date changes is that a majority of programs have wrapped up a spring camp, but there are still some schools with spring games to play.
This makes it difficult to decipher who to go after in the portal. During spring practice, Coach Freese made it known Auburn was going after guys at the quarterback, rush end, offensive line, cornerback, and safety positions.
Well, we know one thing. I'm not sure if it's going to be TJ Finley, but I don't know.
I could agree with that.
You think so?
Yeah. What are your thoughts on the portal situation right now?
My thoughts on the portal situation. I think it's your thoughts on the portal situation.
Okay, that's true. That's true. Honestly, this whole switch up is kind of, I think it's making everything a lot more confusing for both the coaches and the athletes. So I think we should just go back to how it used to be, in my opinion.
I'm going to have to agree with you on that one.
In other football news, the SEC is currently working on punishments for something that doesn't involve the players at all. Instead, it involves the fans. The SEC is having conversations about enforcing intense punishments on storming the field. One of the possible punishments in the works is flipping home games. Yes, you heard that right. One idea is that if fans storm the field, their team could surrender home field advantage the next time they face that opponent. Let me just tell you about the time when I stormed the field my freshman year when we beat Alabama. I tried jumping over the bushes and fell in them and ended up getting like scrapes all over my body. It's not fun at all, but the memory was great, you know?
Hey, that's a good memory. I wish I had that on film, but, you know, first I'm hearing about it today. Your Auburn softball team is coming off a big win on the road in Tuscaloosa. The number 19th ranked Tigers took down the number 14th ranked Alabama Crimson Tide last weekend. This marks the first series win against Alabama since 2018. With this series win, Auburn is now tied for the third place in the SEC standings with Arkansas, with 2 or more series left to play. The Tigers will be on the road to South Carolina this weekend to take on the Gamecocks. The 3-game series will start at 5 p.m. tomorrow.
An emotional side of Brittany Griner showed today as she spoke out for the first time since her return from Russia prison. Take a look.
You're going to be faced with adversities throughout your life. This was a pretty big one.
Why'd she go to prison?
But I just kind of relied on my hard work, getting through it. I know this sounds so small, but, you know, dying in practice, you know, and just hard workouts. You find a way to just grind it out. Just put your head down and just keep going. Just keep moving forward. You know, you can never stand still, and that was my thing. Just never be still. Never get too focused on the now and just, you know, looking forward to, you know, what's to come.
That's all we have for your sports tonight. For more Auburn sports, follow our Twitter at EETV_sports and check out our website at eagleeyetv.com. For the very last time, I'm Jenny Jordan.
And I'm Faith Richardson. Good night and War Eagle.
Now, in a turn of more serious events, TV host and former Cincinnati mayor Jerry Springer is dead at age 79. According to a family statement, Springer died peacefully today in his home.
We take a moment of silence as we listen to some of his best moments on television. Take a look.
Well, I think Donald Trump was inevitable. And I say that by the last 40 or 50 years, that isn't part of Barack Obama's personality, but his decision-making has been rational. Our schools are in trouble, particularly in Ohio. We don't have jobs. Our young people are leaving. There's no future here. The politicians...
Which is fine, because there are a lot of people that believe in the point of view that I thought the opera expressed. I don't. But I have no quarrel with that.
Oh, I mean, he loves that stuff. He you know, this was his moment in the sun, and it's good for him. You know, great. You know, he opens a refrigerator, the light bulb goes on, he does 10 minutes. He loves the camera.
As you all may know, Fox News severs ties with Tucker Carlson, shocking a lot of fans and viewers of the station.
Carlson recently alleged that major political parties in the U.S. and their donors don't have progressive conversations. For example, quote, undeniably big topics that will define our culture.
Let's take a look at CNN exclusive look at the termination.
A stunning and sudden break between Tucker Carlson and the network that had embraced him at his most outrageous moments. Carlson abruptly pushed out at Fox News.
This was an action taken from the top levels of the network with the assent of its corporate parent at minimum. It's just down.
So ends one of the most controversial runs in cable television history. Carlson's show, one of the highest rated ever on cable, but often full of xenophobic, anti-immigrant, conspiratorial rhetoric, much of it propelled by the host himself.
The outcome of our presidential election was seized from the hands of voters, where, of course, it rightly belongs.
He will be part of a chapter of Fox News where the hosts in the Trump era were unbridled and at times uncontrolled, defining their own direction.
During the COVID pandemic, Carlson often railed on the idea of encouraging people to get vaccinated.
The idea that you would force people to take medicine they don't want or need, is there a precedent for that in our lifetime? I honestly think this is the greatest scandal of my lifetime by far.
Some of his more disquieting moments came in the immediate aftermath of the January 6th attack on the Capitol, when Carlson repeatedly defended insurrectionists, then laid out a baseless theory that it was all an FBI false flag operation.
FBI operatives were organizing the attack on the Capitol.
That was something that really shocked many of his colleagues at Fox News. It led to objections from Chris Wallace and Brett Baer, both of whom were perhaps the top figures on the news side.
In the end, some pieces of litigation could have been instrumental in pushing Carlson out. The Dominion lawsuit settled for more than $750 million, where texts from Carlson were revealed showing he believed differently from what he said on air, saying about Donald Trump, "I hate him passionately. There isn't really an upside to Trump." And lawsuits filed by former Fox News producer Abby Grossberg against the network, claiming Carlson's show team engaged in rampant sexism, including texts she said were from Carlson using the C word to refer to former Trump lawyer Sidney Powell. Fox has said Grossberg's lawsuits were, quote, riddled with false allegations.
This has been a tremendously, I think, painful, even traumatic experience for Fox News to see all their inner communications get splayed out in public. They are one of the most opaque institutions in American society for a very good reason, and that is they don't want people seeing in.
Well, April 27th is a national holiday because of Joe's birthday, but it is also National Story Day. So would anybody like to share a story with us today?
Well, I guess since none of you guys have any interesting stories, and I don't really either, but how I joined Eagle Eye. So I came to the studio at the beginning of the year, which we share with Weagle, of course, and I was originally planning on joining Weagle, but no one was there except for people from Eagle Eye, and they kind of sent me in the opposite direction, so here I am now.
Look at us, we're good recruiters.
Yeah, we're glad you're here. Well, take a look at this cute fluff ball. She's thrilled to meet her forever family. This sweet girl has the softest fur and the prettiest green eyes.
She's incredibly kind and enjoys playing with her friends and toys. Nothing's better than a pet with a great personality.
That's right, John. She even loves to chill and watch a nice movie with you on a rainy day like today. Jenny is 2 years old, spayed, vaccinated, and microchipped.
She is FIV negative, and her adoption fee is $125. Apply online for her today.
Coming up, we have our very own producer, Jakai Spikes, joining us, and we take a look at some of our best moments from the year. We'll be right back. You're watching Eagle Eye TV. Now for the moment that we've all been waiting for.
Get ready to laugh because we're about to show you some of our highlight reels from this year, including blooper videos, behind the scene photos, some of our best segments, and so much more.
Oh gosh, I'm so nervous about this one. What a year we've had, you guys.
Yes! Take a look.
Eagle Eye News at 6. I'm Mackenzie, Parson, and I'm Kensley.
Those were such good memories, guys.
That was
so good. The slippers, y'all that had me.
No, I love
They
that.
don't show us our feet right now because all of us.
We're all in slippers.
We're all in our slippers, but you guys, this is not a goodbye. Just to see you later. We will see these anchors. Well, we know our very own Jenny will be moving on because she's a senior, but we will see all the rest of these seniors next season on the Eagle Eye TV's news show. I just want to take this time to thank the anchors and the crew that works behind the camera. Now, my girls, Abby and Mason, this is your time to shine. We need to see y'all. Yay! Just to reiterate, we could not be doing this without all of the viewers that literally watch our show every Thursday night. Thank you for making our show the #1 viewed news show on Eagle Eye TV.
Yay! Well, actually, John, the last news show that we did together had over 150 views. Keep sharing our news show with your friends and family. You won't regret it.
And if you're interested in student media and you attend Auburn University, come visit us at the studio on the first floor of the Student Center.
From sports, news, entertainment, journalism, radio, and so much more, there's a place for you to find your true passion.
Yes, here at Eagle Eye TV, it's a learning lab, so come as you are and don't worry. Someone will always be here to help.
Well, that's all we have for today's segment. Don't forget to check our socials at Eagle Eye TV and have a great summer.
War Eagle!